Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. It's been a couple of weeks, but I'm ready to get back to the Revolution. We are on Act 1 still. This is day 16. And if you did not see the previous episodes to see how we got to this point, you can click on a link in the description below. Take you back to episode 1. You can get all caught up on the story and what has happened thus far. This is my first look at the game, my first time playing through it. So I'm still learning as I go, making some mistakes along the way, but having a lot of fun doing it. So let's go ahead and dive into our latest trial. And just kind of looking ahead, we can see that the revolutionaries, of course, want the death penalty because that's all they ever want. And so far, the common folk and the aristocrats want acquittal. So we're going to kind of take a look, first of all, what the answers to questions are going to be that I need. I need to know if the defendant confessed. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? Was the defendant under the influence of alcohol during his arrest? And how did he react when he saw the arrest warrant? So the jury believes he's a murderer. Laurent Pascal, weaver by trade, stand accused of murdering Gendarme Rowe. It was an accident. Smashing his skull open was an accident. So you're pleading not guilty. I'm saying it was an accident. Okay, let's take a look at the case file. Let's start with the first page. All right, so counter-revolutionary activity and assault of a gendarme that proved fatal. The accused owns a small weaving shop that he lives alone behind Rue Popincourt. He received denunciation of Citizen Pascal's counter-revolutionary activity. 2 people came to bring him in for questioning. Okay, so he killed somebody by accident during questioning. He's a meddling prick and an informer. That's right, I'm denouncing this snoop. He's putting up posters and running around with leaflets that make fun of Robespierre. Oh boy, that's no wonder the revolutionaries want to kill the guy. All right. So let's go ahead and start diving in and answering some questions here. He had a wife, but she obviously died. So the accusation, of course, is that they were going to bring him for questioning. I would think that would be the motive. No. All right, we're not going to get a lot of questions out of this one. I only got a few, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And the only one I got for sure that I know what's going to happen leads toward acquittal. Are you conducting counter-revolutionary activity in your shop? Of course not. That's absurd. A denunciation from someone named Maxime suggests something to the contrary, but didn't he take it back? Yes, but we don't know why. He's probably threatened by other plotters. People, listen, there was no plot. Were you hanging posters on the streets of Paris? The denunciation said he was. Go and look in my shop again. You won't find any posters or leaflets there. Well, that might just be because you covered them up. Do you tend the shop by yourself? Yes, opened it with my wife, but now I run it alone. Was that the reason for her sentence? Oh, she was guillotined. Oh, man. All right, now it's starting to make sense. I wouldn't blame the guy for being counter-revolutionary at that point. Do you have anything to do with these irreverent leaflets? Only thing I know about politics is that it killed my Marie. All right, that's understandable. Is that why you decided to become an enemy of the Republic? Would those leaflets bring my wife back? Interesting. All right, they're for acquittal. I tend to feel for acquittal too. The revolutionaries are going to hate my guts. But that's kind of where I'm standing as well. So let's see what we can answer. Did he confess to the crime? Technically, no. Yeah, I guess. I actually don't know the answer to this. And I don't know the answer to that. So this is going to go really badly because I didn't really get answers to most of these questions. So this is not going to be a good day for me, I'm afraid. So let's take a look and see. Oh, we only get death penalty or acquittal. That's right, we can't do jail anymore. Well, I'm going to be in really good with the common folk. Aristocrats, okay. The revolutionaries still going to hate me. At least I'm not to the place yet where I'll be guillotined for it. And we're going to put our stamp on that. Okay. Alright, I got 3 out of the 4, considering. That's not a bad guess, I guess. Didn't do real good on unlocking questions that time. But I gained favor with some folks. Got a little bit of reputation, a little bit of influence points. What's going on here? Let's take a look at the latest hierarchy. So I'm kind of on the second row now. Roland is gone. Danton apparently doesn't like me. Robespierre, of course, he's the kind of main honcho here in all of this.
It is good to finally meet you in person.
I am truly sorry that you had to face such terror. If I only knew the bastard behind that despicable crime.
All right, so prepare your strategy. We got to find the perps who attempted the assassination. I don't know how many. I've only got 1 influence point, so I'm pretty much going to have to guess on this bad boy. Wow. Aggression. Only Posh can help. That's going to be humility. Moral principles must win. Humility. The brothel that we are handing over. Looking for a friend alliance. Okay. Let's see how we do. Okay.
I promised myself I would get the people who wanted to kill me. Who was it that dared? I will feed the guillotine with their blood.
I doubt the people you are looking for are here in Paris. They have either escaped or been killed by those who sent them. You'll be chasing ghosts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who else, if not the mayor of this magnificent city, could restore peace and order here? You are the only one who can stop the brutality that I have fallen victim to in the streets.
I see passion in your eyes. I cannot help but wonder what the 2 of us could achieve together.
Yeah. Okay, moral principles must win.
The future of this country will be determined by our fortitude. And do we deserve to be praised by the people if we remain indifferent to their lamentations? These assassins are a threat to all inhabitants. If your help has a price, then so be it. I will pay you a percentage of the profits from the establishment we confiscated from Madame Roland. You will be one of us. Do me the honor of acknowledging our friendship and alliance. Together we will find the assassins and make Paris a more peaceful place.
You have taken great pains to convince me. I am not saying you have fully succeeded, but... no, have it your way. I will take the risk.
All right. Well, questionable success, but a success nonetheless. All right, we're on to our evening actions. Looks like we're getting along really well with the one son, not so much with my father or my wife. So, honestly, I'm going to work on tomorrow's trial. I haven't done that much, but that'll help me. I didn't do so good the last time, and I really need to get better at my trials. right, interesting. 2 days until inspection. Monarchist scheme. It was Renard all along. An agent cried his superior surname just before he died. Renard. Once you reveal this information, his people will struggle to stay on the streets of Paris. Is there anything to gain from silence then? All right. Yeah, let's out the guy. All right, we need to kind of work on taking over some more of these areas because we don't have a lot at the moment. All right, the assassins who tried to take your life must have been paid by someone. Everything points to the mayor of Paris. But that's the guy I just met with, and he kind of seemingly is on my side, right? Nothing else to do with that right now. All right, we move on to day 17, I guess. Success with the mayor's meeting. Now we move on to the let him manage the brothel. Okay, yep. Okay, I thought we just did that. Oh, that was day 1. We're on down here now. This action will be performed the next day. Yep. Oh, we can do this one now. Okay, how are we going to resolve this? Before we act, David must confirm the nature of the relationship the mayor's daughter had with Beatrice Catron. If they are having an affair, Pasha will be furious, and you will help him make that one mistake we need so much. How to resolve this? Diplomacy. Let Ramel handle it. Yep. Okay. End of the day. All right, on to our next trial. Hopefully I fare a little bit better this time around. We've got the common folk and the aristocrats wanting death, and the revolutionaries and my family wanting acquittal. So this is kind of interesting because let's just take a look for a second, because I'm actually not doing real great with the revolutionaries right now. I'm at -13. I'm at +3 with common folk and +5 with the aristocrats. So at least on the surface, it seems like siding with my families and the revolutionaries would be the way to go here. But let's go ahead and take a look. Pervert running around. Oh, boy. Okay. I see what's happening here. Let's tread carefully on this one. I must admit, we do not see such individuals here often. Please introduce yourself. I'm Cerdan, Fabrice Cerdan, Monsieur le Juge. Are you certain? Fabrice. Actually a normal guy. Taylor's apprentice, I mean. That dress was only a joke. Defendant accused of rousing a mob to attack a warrant officer of the National Guard and then taking part in the assault. Does he consider that a joke too? Okay. So let's take a look at the facts. There's only one page on the case file. Accused of inciting a riot at the market on Rue Claire. The defendant is an 18-year-old tailor's apprentice. Oh, and it just started raining here really loudly. Due to the situation that arose as a result of the defendant's actions, Sergeant Charles Laveau, a member of the National Guard, was beaten. Sedan took part in the riot. He was caught red-handed and peculiarly was dressed as a woman. That's irrelevant to the case, though. The most incriminating testimony came from Sylvie Martin, a greengrocer. She had been forcefully removed from the battered Sergeant Laveau, as did other rioters who, to our surprise, were mostly women. All right, Laveau tried to rape him, and then his superiors had refused to carry out justice for the crime. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's see what the witnesses have to say about that. False accusation. No. There we go. All right, so far so good. Market. That's probably under course of events. Yep. Assaulting a guard. Disguised as a woman. All right, we've got 2 questions left. Let's start with what we've got, though. First of all, what are the questions we need to answer? Was the act counter-revolutionary? I would say probably yes. What was the story behind Serdan's costume? And while the tailor's apprentice was dressed up as a woman, what was he shouting? Okay. Why was the defendant walking through the market in a dress? I felt like eating onion soup, so I went shopping. What's that got to do with wearing a dress? It was a disguise. Those old merchants, let them die of leprosy, won't sell me anything otherwise. Sylvie Martin tore her dress apart and then smeared us all along the Rue Claire, saying it was our fault. They spoiled our business. Okay, interesting. Because we started peddling the idea that eating their vegetables would cause hair to grow between your toes. What? Okay. Was the dress which the accused of, is still wearing supposed to help him incite the riot? I didn't care for any rioting. I just wanted to make fun of Martin and her friends. I was just messing around. Okay. Did Sergeant Laveau really rape the defendant? What? That's absurd. I was just wearing the dress for laughs. I prefer the ladies. Indeed, there were several testimonies the defendant was talking about rape on Rue Claire. He was probably just wishing for it. I didn't yell anything. It was that fat cow Martin. She made it all up. Okay. All right, let's hear from her. Fiancé, Monsieur le Juge, I do not recall any advances made by Citizen Martin. To be honest, I don't know a thing about her romantic life. I know all the stall holders. Wow, there's a lot to this case. All right, let's call the witness Sylvie Martin. That fat cow, as he describes her. She doesn't look that fat. I would like to remind the witness that her involvement in this case is not connected to her being accused of assaulting Sergeant Laveau. That provocateur, this filthy ladylike louse, to receive a fair punishment. It's all his fault. He sewed a dress for me. I paid 30 francs for it. The next day, the dress comes apart at the seams. A plague on such tailors. All right. Try eating less and your clothes won't split. Wow. I knew that flea-bitten lackey was the moment the guards knocked his wig off. No sign of a mustache. He wore a dress, a wig, rouge. How could I recognize him? Okay. I feel like this guy's not guilty. And it seems like the people I need to please the most agree with me. Now, those boys are courageously defending the achievements of the revolution. Keep up the good work. I went shopping in a dress. That's all I admit to doing. All right. I would say no, not counter-revolutionary. What was the story behind the costume? He went to hide from... No. He had a quarrel with some merchants. What was he shouting? That Citizen Martin stole from him, I think. All right. All right, we're going to go not guilty. We're going to make the revolutionaries and my family happy, which is kind of the way I want to go. The jury agrees with me. So I feel like this is a good win for me. And it's going to get me in better with the right people. It's this constant balancing act. Oh man, now there's lightning. Hope I don't lose my power here. All right, so special verdicts. These are those ones where you don't even really get to think about it. You don't really get to do anything but kind of just make a decision, I guess. So, all right, in this case, we're just going to choose acquittal or death penalty for each of these cases, and it's going to affect us accordingly. Mathieu Costeau, a carpenter. I already did the first one here. Visited the lawyer to take measurements for a 3-door wardrobe. He took the opportunity to examine the contents of the dresser, whereupon his hand accidentally got stuck to a bottle of cognac. That doesn't seem like something you should be executed for. Young wealthy merchant drove his cabriolet into a storefront. Several customers inside the shop were injured by slivers of glass. The culprit did not try to run away. He was so drunk he lost consciousness right after the... I'm not going to execute people for that. That's crazy. Ugh, that didn't make other people very happy with me, though. But still, just I'm not going to have people beheaded because they got drunk. Part of the problem here is that I know what might be best for me in the game, but I don't feel morally good with it, so I would not be a very good judge during the French Revolution. All right. Deal with it, people. There's justice. Go away. It's, oh boy. Not so good with the common folk now. Revolutionaries, I guess, are okay with it. All right, I got the last one wrong. Okay. Man, I lost 11 with the common folk on that one. My goodness. All right, let's see what's happening in terms of my intrigue.
They are lovers, yes. The mayor's daughter and Beatrice.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, the guy was naked.
More than sure, Alexei. Do you really think that attacking his family is a good idea?
That was easy. Showing a scrap of my vulnerable underbelly and some shiny coins were more than enough to make him believe in our friendship. He is like an animal being led to the slaughter. I will slaughter my friend. And he will not even notice the knife.
Ho ho ho. That was deep. Alright, we're going to meet with him again. What's going to happen here?
Even though I appreciate the luxurious atmosphere of these places, I am still rather fond of the army's asceticism.
The previous owner's penchant for luxuries led to his downfall.
I see. Shall we play?
A game of dice. Defeat your opponent by achieving the best score possible. Losing may damage your reputation. The game lasts 5 turns, and the player with the highest total score wins. Okay. Get your opponent drunk to reduce their chances of winning. Do the dice not roll as well when you're drunk? I mean, interesting. Buy a round.
Use a drink.
I don't know how many intrigue points I have left. Not bad, not bad. Oh, okay, you can re-roll 3 times during the game. No, I'm going to stick with that one, I think. I'm good. I'm good. I got 3 6s and a 5 there. Ooh, boy. Yikes. All right. No, that was terrible. That's an awful roll. Oh, this is kind of like Yahtzee. Oh, that was a brutal roll anyway. This guy's destroying me right now.
Oh, please.
Wow, brutal. Oh, wait. Am I keeping these? I feel like I did this backwards.
bad luck will turn
No,
around?
okay. Those are the ones I reroll. Perfect. What the heck? How's this guy getting so many sixes? Jeez.
Please.
Insane. Yeah, we'll keep that one. Finally, he gets a bad roll, but he'll re-roll that. Oh. Destroyed.
You think this bad luck will turn around?
No, unlikely. He's got me. Ugh. Just barely, but he did get me. It's that 60 that killed me. I got owned. Not so good, not so good. Let's spend an evening with the mayor. Oh no, that is what we're doing. Okay. No choice in the matter. Don't be mad at me. I didn't have a choice. I was going to do it anyway, but still. All right. Days until inspection 1. We're doing real good right now. Things are definitely going in my favor. Ooh, just lost that area. That's not good. That was 2. Yikes. All right. We're going to send Clovis over here. Quell the riots. Jeez, 3 enemy diplomats, or 2 enemy diplomats and a bruiser over there. So this is going to get interesting. All right, going to get interesting. We'll let this play out, and we'll go through until the inspection and see how that all shakes out before we finish this episode up. Day 18. Okay, minor cases. Whew. Paris is disappointed. Yeah, well, the statue was like not being built hardly at all, so. All right, verdict form. The Bow brothers. Wow, I'm really in bad shape with these folks. They used to spend their evenings looking for well-dressed women who they would drag into dark alleys, beat up, and rob. They mostly stole jewelry. We know of at least 9 victims. Yeah. Guilty. These guys are common folk, so. All right, you know what? At this point, I'm going to go based on who it makes happy. This one's a revolutionary, not guilty. This one's an aristocrat, guilty. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to what the actual cases are. I'm just doing what makes people happy. Common folk. Innocent. Okay. Slightly improve my standings and got to keep it above risk of death with the common folk and the revolutionaries. Pretty arbitrary way to sentence people to death, but it kind of felt like that's what happened during the revolution. Incidentally, I kind of read this interesting tidbit. Marquis de Lafayette, who was a Frenchman who served as an American general during our War of Independence. Lafayette was actually caught up in all of this in the revolution. He was kind of on the side of the royalists marginally because he was an aristocrat himself. His wife's mother and grandmother were both guillotined during the French Revolution. Boy. Go home. Family's not too happy with me right now. Evening with grandfather. Because he's the one who's the least happy with me right now, so we'll do that. All right, let's see what's going to happen with this intrigue. As long as it doesn't get any worse, we'll be okay. It's 3-1 right now. Oh, it got better. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. The inspection is in progress. Ooh. Wow. Not so good. Okay. Perform an action. We gotta convince Beatrice to sign this document.
Why the hell have I been kidnapped and tied to a chair? There are many whores in Paris willing to play that game with you. So, Judge, will you answer me? Or do you want me to watch you playing with yourself, you dirty old man?
Dang.
Nothing? I've heard that someone's been trying to kill you. And now you've been promoted to the elite group of murderers, the princes of the guillotine. Congratulations.
I never asked to be admitted to the club, but I did not get there accidentally either.
Yes, I can imagine you need a special something for that. Ah, that's
She's a piece of work.
Masculine madness in your eyes.
You have to sign this document.
Is that a story? Any interesting turning points?
Treason and spying for Austria, carried out by you and the mayor of Paris.
Such an exaggerated drama. It won't sell.
You're not helping yourself, Beatrice. Oh boy. I have 5 points, so I can reveal all these, and I feel like this is pretty important. So I'm going to go ahead and use them all. Boy. All right. I think this is pretty good. Looks like we're gonna be in good shape here.
This document will bear your signature one way or another.
Perhaps my irony wasn't clear enough. I have no intention of signing any documents, so you can stuff that somewhere uncomfortable. You can't force me.
All right.
Can you see anyone here who would stand by you? Has anyone come to help you? No, only I can help you. Do you see those guards? I could leave you alone with them for an hour. Most probably, they will rape you, maybe beat you up. Is that what must happen to make the scales fall from your eyes? Leave Paris. Escape the storm that will otherwise not spare you and is indifferent to your feelings for Marie. America is a good place, and the shadow of the revolution will not reach you there. Sign this document. Escape while you still can.
Do I look like someone who is terribly concerned about their own life or other people's opinions?
Do you expect France to accept two women in a relationship, like you and Marie? The revolution has changed the form of rule, but the people have remained the same, and they did not fight for freedom for something they do not understand.
And you are just and forgiving? Do you understand us? France is a man. You will never feel our pain. You are monsters. All of you.
Questionable success. So does that mean we got her to sign? Didn't realize I was going to have another thing to do. I shouldn't have spent all my reputation points. Now I got nothing. I know about your alliance. Ooh, okay. So the first one, not so much, but the other ones seem like they're okay. Oh, that worked. Good. I have a testimony that says Pasha's an Austrian spy. We will pressure him into disclosing the names of his allies. Yeah, well, this time I'm going to guillotine you. Bordering on certainty that Pasha arranged my attempted assassination. He will pay for his crime, but his allies will get a choice. Pasha cannot be saved, but you can. Do not let them decapitate you because of him. You are right. My acquaintance with Pasha is quite the burden. I will gladly do as you please. Awesome. It was regarding the Pont de la Revolution. The bridge the builders are not able to finish. It has not been finished because the mayor and I have been obstructing the process. All right. Interesting. Hey, finally some success. Good, good, good. It's a short bridge.
Told me everything. The construction of that bridge was Robespierre's idea. He wanted to gain the people's support, but there was more to it. His success would weaken the position of Danton, who was secretly against it. So Danton made a deal with the mayor of Paris. The latter was responsible for delaying the construction. Pache must have the documents that prove Danton's guilt, but he will not bring them to me if I do not persuade him. There is only one thing I can do.
All right. Success. Success is all across the board on intrigue so far. Oh, we're going to be arresting the mayor next turn. Interesting. Good movement with the revolutionaries. All right, let's see where things stand. We're going to wrap this up here as we get into day 19. Citizen Posh has asked me to see you urgently. He must know. Lead the way. All right. We'll finish this out and see what happens. Oh, don't tell me you're having second thoughts.
How could you?
Hello, Bosch.
Fidel, thank you for coming at such a short notice. Danton betrayed me. Danton, we used to be allies. I asked for his help, but he never came. You did.
We are friends, Jean.
I must destroy him. Make him pay. We must.
Oh, okay. Well, we got 7 reputation points here, so he's bullheaded about this. So, humility. He's oversensitive. We can probably manipulate. Where's the proof? I'll just go aggression. You can trust me. Manipulation. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not the best argument, but all strong arguments. That should be enough.
I don't understand. What did they accuse you of? You, of all people, when everyone knows that Paris blooms under your direction.
Apparently, I betrayed France. I am not a saint, I know, but treason? And who is accusing me? That political whore, Danton? I do not know for sure, but I can feel that he was involved in those accusations.
If Danton made this attack, he must have fabricated evidence against you. We need to have something to fight back. What proof of his misdeeds do you have?
I cannot do it anymore. I no longer have the strength to fight it. The whole revolution, the never-ending plots, it is impossible for me to trust anyone. Except you. I do not understand anything anymore.
Wake up, Jean. There is no time for hesitation or melancholy. If I'm supposed to make a counterattack on Danton, I need to have something I can use. Let me help you and tell me where to look for it. Nobody will openly object to Danton, knowing that he can fabricate evidence of treason. They are scared. I, however, am willing to stick my neck out because I believe in the long-term benefits of our friendship. That alone should convince you.
Really? You will help me? I did something horrible in the past. Someone forced me to do it, and now I am filled with regrets. I will owe you an enormous debt.
It's not a bad thing to have somebody owing me.
Proof against Danton is hidden in a safe in my office. Ask my assistant for the key.
Okay.
Thank you, Posh. I know what to do with it.
No, thank you. I misjudged you, Fidel. You are a true friend.
Of course, Jean. Of course.
Success. Boy, revolutionaries are suddenly very happy with me as of late. All right, we're going to wrap it up right here before this next case starts, just to kind of see where things stand. Where's my notebook? All right, so we're at -9 with the common folk, but we're actually doing really well now with the revolutionaries and the aristocrats, which is cool because these are kind of the people who, I guess in theory, have the most power, but... all right, so we're going to stop right there. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. I know it's kind of a slow-moving story, and there's a lot to it, but man, there's so much here. There's so much depth and so many different directions it can go. So curious to know your thoughts. I know this is a little different than most of the games that I play, but please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.